is going on tonight, all you YouTubers? This is the Club of the Man 1993, and I am here live for my live review of AEW Dynamite from the July 29th, 2020 edition, the final episode of Dynamite in July, as we continue to be on the road to All Out, taking place on Saturday, September 5th, the weekend of Labor Day weekend. I thought this was a pretty good show. I actually thought we had a couple surprises in here. One, debut. Another one, we kind of have a surprise. Another former WWE superstar. I'm like, we'll see about that one. A pretty good main event. The ending of it, I'll talk about that. We had a really, really good MJF promo that I'm going to definitely enjoy talking about that. And we got some stuff to set us up for the future, and some stuff that's obviously set us up for All Out. So, gotta say it was a pretty good show. So I'll review this show tonight. After this, I will start watching NXT. I most likely will not finish tonight, though, but I will review NXT tomorrow. And then I have a gig over the weekend on Saturday, so probably won't be able to do anything on Saturday. But of course, my sister is heading back home tomorrow, so I'll be a lot more flexible. Have a lot more time now. Now, of course, she knows she's not gonna be around, but just gotta do that. But anyway, so let's get into the show. Check the live chat first. Tyler said this show was better than last week. A little bit. Last week was still good, but this one I think was a little bit better. And I just hope this COVID-19 ends next month. Me too. Don't know when it will end. Who the heck knows? So until then, we gotta continue playing away game, unfortunately. Of course, the Miami Marlins are getting hit hard with a lot of cases. I think they're up to like 19 or 20 cases, I think, which is unfortunate. So baseball season's in jeopardy. But we're not here to talk about baseball. We're here to talk about Dynamite. And again, still looking. Cannot find a PNG image of Hikaru Shida with the AEW Women's title, unfortunately. But, I can only do so much. Anyway, so let's talk about this episode. So we opened up with looked like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12-man tag team match. Wait, I got that 12. It was just a 10-man. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 10-man tag team match. I'm sorry. Best friends: Chuck Taylor, Jungle Boy, Jack Perry. Well, Best friends and Jurassic Expresses. Chuck Taylor, Jungle Boy, Jack Perry, Luchasaurus, Orange Cassidy, and Trent, taking on Inner Circle's Chris Jericho, Jake Hager, Santana Ortiz, and Sammy Guevara, who made his return the week before. That was a good opener. The only thing is, of course, Best Friends and Jurassic Express won. I'm starting to feel like Inner Circle as a full team doesn't seem to win matches, which kind of sucks. The match ends, though, after Matt Hardy's music plays. Apparently, rumors have it Matt Hardy's just going to be Matt Hardy now. He's not going to be several different gimmicks like he was before. Interesting, but once again, this is AEW, so I am trusting their ways as to where this is going, of course, if that's how Matt Hardy's going to be. But because of that distraction, Matt Hardy, though again, caused a distraction, causing Luchasaurus to hit a Cyclone knee onto Sammy Guevara to get the victory. Of course, we'll have Sammy Guevara beefing about that later. We have a promo from Jon Moxley. Says he has a rule: leave him alone, and he'll leave you alone. And if you don't, he won't. He talks about how Brian Cage beat up Darby Allin and called Ricky Starks a punk bitch, and says he wants to see how he acts when the odds are even. He doesn't always start fights, but he'll gladly finish them. He always does. We had Cody Rhodes have a TNT title match against Warhorse. That was a good match. Of course, the part that interested me more, though, happened after the match. Again, it was good back and forth action. Like, again, how Cody's giving a lot of these new faces for the indies and whatnot shot the TNT Championship. Because, again, there are a lot of people in AEW to do stuff elsewhere. So obviously, bringing some guys in the indies might not be a bad idea to, help other companies get the attention. And, have AEW is trying to take over as the best brand, which, of course, they're just being themselves and doing it. At least they allowed a little more freedom, and WWE, of course, does not. Of course, someone took shots at the WWE later in a promo. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Can't wait to talk about the MJF promo. Anyway, so Cody Rhodes wins with a submission with a figure 4 leg lock to retain the title. After the match, though, out comes the Dark Order, who attack Cody. Warhorse also shoves Cody out of the ring, and he overwhelms him with a beatdown on Rhodes. Of course, Arn Anderson's trying to square up with them, but instead of Arn Anderson being the one to fight them all off, instead we had a nice surprise in the former woo woo woo, you know it, or the former he ain't hype brother, and all sorts of other things that he was in WWE. Zack Ryder, now of course with his real name, Matt Cardona, comes out and makes the save. And he fights them off with a Rough Rider. He hit one for Silver and Reynolds. And then he lariats Alex out of the ring entirely. So, Matt Cardona, Zack Ryder, or formerly Zack Ryder, now Matt Cardona, is in AEW. Interesting. I'll take it. And I must say, he looked jacked. He looked like he's really been working now. He looked like he was in one of the best shapes I've probably seen in the, I can't believe I'm about to say this, 7 years I've been watching wrestling full time. But he looked excellent. And I'm excited for him. I'm really looking forward to see what he does in AEW. Of course, they'll give him a little bit more of a serious direction, of course. Hopefully. But we'll see where it goes. Of course, him and Cody apparently are good friends, so who knows, maybe we'll see him get a TNT Championship match in the upcoming weeks. We could. Maybe. But I'm excited to see what now Matt Cardona has to offer in All Elite Wrestling. Because WWE, of course, screwed him over. But of course, we don't have to keep dwelling on that, because he's in a good place now. A very good place. So Matt Cardona is here. Then we didn't have Tony Schiavone hyping up All Out until Chris Jericho and the Inner Circle come out. They're furious with what's been happening to them recently, and they're going to draw some lines in the sand. Sammy Guevara calls out Matt Hardy, calling him an SOB, or in Spanish, a son of El Bitch. Jericho says on August 12th there's going to be a rematch one-on-one with him and Orange Cassidy. But when he beats Orange, he's going to make him give him $7,000 ruining his jacket with that demon orange juice. But next week, first before we get to that, he's going to challenge Orange Cassidy to a debate. And there's going to be a special guest moderator that will blow people's minds. Wonder who that is. Of course, those WWE, it'd be super obvious that's probably who it is. But in AEW, I have no clue. We'll just have to wait and see who it is. Well, hey, asked Santana if he smells like orange juice. And he's like, no, you smell like cat pee. Poor Jericho. I'm very interested to see what happens with this debate next week, especially, of course, with this special guest moderator. I wonder who it will be. Could it be Mike Tyson? I still wonder if, because they of course, they teased it shortly after, I have a hair in my mouth, Double or Nothing. So I'm still kind of wanting to see that match with Jericho and Mike Tyson. We could. Just saying. We also got a boardroom meeting segment with FTR, and Arn Anderson was there looking at their contract and to make sure they've taken care of as regards a tag team of their caliber. He gives it the okay that they double check it. They got the tag team appreciation night on August 12th, and they sign a contract. So is Art Anderson now coaching FTR? Could be interesting. Still waiting for him to have that match though with the Young Bucks. Just saying. Speaking of course, the Elite, Hangman Adam Page comes up with drinks to celebrate, pouring himself a lot of whiskey, and then Arn abstains, state cheers, and then we get ready for the tag title match. Hangman Adam Page and Kenny Omega taking on Dark Order's Evil Uno and Stu Grayson, with Brody Lee on commentary. A solid match, but once again, the Dark Order just loses again. They're just really getting flat on me. I'm sorry, but they win. But really, no tease of Omega's heel turn. Like recently, we had that tease of the heel turn whenever Omega teamed up with the Young Bucks against the Jurassic Express. He teased the heel turn, but then he hasn't really teased it much since. So I'm not sure what's going on. But after the match, Brody Lee ushers Colt Cabana and Anna Jay to the back before he gets towards Uno and Grayson, yelling at them and smacking Uno in the face with a sheaf of papers before going on the mic, asking Hangman if he thinks it's funny before saying the Dark Order is strength in numbers and Page has pissed him off for the last time because now he pays. The Young Bucks get in the ring, and but then FTR blindsides Brody Lee with a cooler, and then FTR and the Elite manage to run off the Dark Order, and Brody laughs. And he laughs once again. Why does he keep laughing about when his team keeps losing? You know, it's, again, like I said, I just don't. I mean, again, I like Brody Lee, but the rest of the Dark Order, they're really feeling pointless to me. Again, just my opinion, though, who knows. Let me see here. Just a lot of chat, actually, really quick. Why is Sammy Guevara always getting pinned? Again, I do feel like Sammy takes way too many pins. And it's just me, or does Warhorse almost look like the Ultimate Warrior? I kind of do agree with that, and a lot of people online were saying that too. I think he did kind of have like an Ultimate Warrior caliber look to him. So, we'll see what push he gets. Dr. Britt Baker, has a segment addressing Big Swole. Britt knows her suspension isn't going to last forever, and says since Swole's obsessed with her, she's going to give her a match, but only if she beats an opponent of her choice. Wonder who that could be. We'll have to wait and see. Speaking of women's action, we have Hikaru Shida taking on DeMonte. Put on a solid match. Hikaru Shida wins the sliding knee. And then after that, we have hype it up for that, what's it called? That women's tag team cup tournament or whatever the heck it is, where I guess it's like, you're going to be drawing, a certain color or something like that. You're not going to know who your tag team partner is right away or something like that. But we see Nyla Rose and Vicky Guerrero backstage picking their color. And Vicky says it doesn't matter who her partner is. They're going to take the tag team trophy home. They're drawing colors, and Nyla has drawn purple. But then they reveal who else has purple. And that person is Ariane Andrew, formerly known as Cameron in WWE. Been a while. I forgot about Cameron. Funkadactyls, Naomi's tag team partner. Yeah, this is one I'm gonna have to. This is kind of like a thing with what it was with Jake Hager for me. I'm gonna have to see something a little bit more to actually take Ariane Andrew, or not formerly Cameron, seriously in AEW, because I never really thought she was that great in WWE. This is the same woman who tried to pin someone when their shoulders weren't even down in the match. They were face forward. She's like, the referee start counting. It's like, oh wait, never mind. Yeah, she wasn't that good. But we'll see what she has on the table. She's teaming up with Nyla Rose in this tournament, but again, I don't expect much, in my opinion. But here comes my favorite part of the show. MJF comes out with this "We Deserve Better" campaign. It's in his Titantron. It's around his podium, and of course he gets a nice trim with his haircut, and he dresses up like President Trump. So MJF gets on his podium. He's here to force feed us with knowledge. And then there's some lady who looks like Ronda Rousey at the clipboard telling him to just read the text. He tells her, smile, like a real creepo. He talks about some hashtags to use. It says, it's time for change in leadership. At the beginning of this company, he called for a paradigm shift. And a guy who comes from the place of the Titans isn't new. That's old hat, brother. With a Hogan reference there, firing a shot there, and of course firing shots at WWE. This revolution has turned into a dictatorship, and that's why Jon Moxley is not his champion. It's a hard time in society to have a conversation about the negative effects of Moxley's reign, but where's the wrestling? All he sees is a bunch of great wrestlers doing gymnastics to attempt to make the viewer at home think they're doing a good job. But we've been brainwashed into thinking that's what good pro wrestling is. That's why a world champion is supposed to lead by example. He then runs down Moxley for cosplaying Stone Cold Steve Austin and says he's undefeated as the first and last MJF, but he's not media analyst. Everyone wants to talk about ratings. That's why they treat Dictator John so well. Where would the numbers be without him, right? Wrong. On average minute for minute, MJF claims he draws better numbers than Mox. AEW is meant to be the land of opportunity, and Moxley has squandered that. The earth is dying, and so are our morals, and his talent outweighs your tenure. He's the guy that's gone to be leading this company for the next 25 years, so do the math. He promises he will not stop until he transforms this brand into the pinnacle of professional wrestling. And he's challenging Jon Moxley to a world title match at All Out. Bam! This was great. I love this. One, because MJF dressed up like Trump, and I thought that was hilarious, with like the red tie and a suit and a haircut. He fired some shots at WWE, making references to Hulk Hogan, Stone Cold Steve Austin in general, and obviously, MJF thinking he can bring a different avenue as world champion, and he's challenging Moxley to a match. Basically announced his candidacy for as a number one contender for president of AEW, if you want to put it that way. I've been saying for a while, I think they have to put a title on MJF. He's that great. He's the true definition of a true heel. And again, I've liked Moxley's reign as champion, but when the right person comes along, it's time. And I think that person indeed, sorry I'm tired, is MJF. So, hope it's him. So let's wait and see. But also we're getting that match at All Out. That could be the main event. Unless they do Jericho and Tyson, that'd be the main event. But if not, Moxley and MJF for the World Championship. Let's go. Loved it. We're getting ready for our main event. Darby's music plays, but Darby doesn't come out. Jon Moxley comes out, and then Taz and Brian Cage and Ricky Starks are backstage, taunting Moxley about Allen not showing up. He puts Cage's physique over and gives the mic to Starks, who puts himself over as young and different, hungry, before mocking Moxley for dressing like Pigpen and wrestling like Crash Test's dummy, which is like he was referring to Darby Allin. So then Cage and Starks head out, but as they are, Darby Allin attacks him, and then we have the match, which is a tornado tag match. Not bad. Double Alabama slam into trash cans. A coffin drop paradigm shift combo that I thought was very sick. But then the finish of the match, Darby Allin was carrying around a skateboard that had thumbtacks inside it. So Darby Allin dives off the top rope and stomps on the skateboard through Ricky Starks' back, which basically puts a few tags on Starks, and he just lays there and lets Darby pin him. I thought it was a little over-exaggerated, that finish. I mean, yes, thumbtacks hurt, but it's like compared to Chris Jericho and the '69 thumbtacks, like that looked like nothing to me. Like it kind of made Starks look a little bit like an idiot, a little weak, but it is whatever. It's still a fun match as the babyfaces won, but then after the match, Darby Allin staring down the world title, and we were informed that next we were going to get a world title match with Moxley and Allin, and they square off. That's the end of the show. Pretty good show. I'm giving it a B plus. B plus show. Set up a lot of things for All Out to get things ready. We're starting, of course, that women's tag team cup tournament. Again, we're setting up for MJF and Moxley. Again, I was very excited to see back Cardona. Arian Andrews or Arian? Not sure. Again, like that's one that we gotta see further down the line. And of course, Jericho challenging Orange Cassidy to a debate next week as well. So, we'll see where that goes. Let me see here. Tyler says B minus. Is she the one who botched a pin in 2014? Yep, like I said, she literally had, like, whoever she was wrestling laying flat on her stomach. She's like, pin him. It's like, she's not on her back, on her shoulders, idiot. And I don't know what that 69 stuff is all about, but, that's going to do it, guys. Again, I'm getting tired. I'm ready to go to bed. Maybe watch a little bit of NXT, but probably not too much because I'm probably going to pass out after I shower. But, guys, leave me your thoughts. What are your thoughts on Dynamite this week? Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. And be sure as always to slap a like on the video. Subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Twitter at DemandAirBoy93. And with that, guys, check it out. I'll see you guys all tomorrow for my NXT live review. Have a great rest of your night. Sleep tight, everybody. Peace out, everybody.